I'm in the junction of Europe and Asia. This is Marmara Sea, and the other side, which is not visible from here, is the Black Sea. And behind me, if I turn around a little bit, you can see a white tower, and there it starts Bosphorus canal between Marmara and Black Sea. And this was the place where the chain was being placed by, there were two chains in two ends being placed by Byzantine Empire. When Muhammad the conqueror, first Ottoman who conquered Constantinople, he broke these two chains and entered his ship inside. That was the turning point of falling of Constantinople. A unique place, a very unique place. The geography of this city is something unbelievable. It's one and only city in the world which was being, Constantinople I'm talking about, which was being protected by its at the Bosphorus, using a very unique method in those days. And the city wall, which is not visible from here, some portion is still remain, and mostly everything broken. A few portion remain. It was the heaviest wall in the world in those days. 3 layers of wall, and Ottoman used cannons. They attacked a lot. It's almost in 3 to 4 months. They were sitting surrounding the city and trying to break the wall, and they failed. Every time they failed, and finally Muhammad the conqueror, the Sultan Muhammad, it was his thought. He took the idea. There were 2 fortresses in 2 ends, 2 walls in 2 ends, or 2 columns in 2 ends, which was holding the chain. That those days there were no technologies to cut a thick iron chain. So he broke this one column, and finally the chain fall down, and the ships entered. Ottoman ships were not much powerful. Byzantine had got only 3 ships, but all the 3 ships were very big, and Ottomans were only using galleys. There were a request sent by the last empire of Constantinople to Venice to send to seek the help, and the ship was not sent from Venice, but Ottoman was very much aware if those ships would come, then this attempt would also not get success. So Mehmet was in hurry. He put his full power, because in this battle they lost huge number of soldiers. There were only one person who was protecting Constantinople, the Italian guy, a mercenary called Giovanni. He has got a man of 2,000 soldiers, all mercenaries, and they were the only person full-time busy repairing the wall, the damaged wall, and fighting with the Ottoman soldiers. But when the ship entered, and that part of the wall was the weakest, and they broke from there and entered the city. King Constantine, he died in the battle, and Mehmet entered to Hagia Sophia, prayed there and converted it to a mosque. Those days the biggest church of the world and the tallest building of Roman Empire. It converted to a mosque. And parallelly conversions, all vulgarisms, all vandalism happened, and mostly all the Christians left the city. That's the story of conquering Constantinople and how the Constantinople became Istanbul. It's enormous old history, the stories, the legends remain. And after the falling of Constantinople, another new dynasty formed, and one of the strongest dynasty in those days called Ottoman. Thank you for listening to me.